So it's a Friday night. What are you planning on doing?
You are now listening to Limited Trust, a Devastator podcast. Let's get into it.
Episode 83, Limited Trust, a Devastator podcast. Here we go again. I bet you can't guess what the fuck I'm about to say. I might say I had something I wanted to talk about, but nah, I mean, I always got something I think I want to talk about, but really, in reality, I come into here kind of fucking blind, and as we all know, this is basically a rambling update and fucking update on life for me. So at the very least, it's an audio journal of my fucking weekly life, and at the very most, it's something that we got to share. We got time to share together here. This week, after today, I'm gonna put a post up and do questions again. So ask me some fucking questions. I don't give a fuck what it's about. Ask some questions, I'll fucking answer them for you. So if you're listening and you're like, oh, I'm about to listen. I've listened to 1 minute and 20 seconds or so far. Well, that's including the intro, probably like 135 or something or whatever. Say I'm gonna ask a question. I don't care what it is. Ask anything. I'll fucking answer it to the best of my ability without incriminating myself or my cohorts. And even then, I'll just use code names. I'll be like, yeah, Z shot him. Nah, I'm lying. Z ain't shoot nobody. I'm Z. I'm Ziz McEnroe. Ziz fucking McEnroe. So I made the first fucking prototype custom rosary, and I don't really know how I did. And this first one is somebody actually even said they wanted it, and I don't know if I can even give that shit to anybody. I gotta learn how to tie the fucking pieces in better. I mean, I'm assuming it's okay, but I gotta figure out how to do this shit a little better. I think I don't really know. I don't know how I'm gonna do all this. And then the magnetic clasps that I bought. Since I'll get into this in a minute, but I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing. Like, you know, I know how to modify things. I know how to mix things. You know, I'm a liquid tier. I'm way more of a Inca tier, a liquid tier than I am a fucking hard goods thing. Well, I'm becoming that. I'm learning all this shit. But this is different than drilling and tapping and fucking, you know, using a Dremel and a fucking vise and shit and a bandsaw. This is fucking jewelry making, dog, and there's people that take this shit very seriously, and so I'm trying not to make a mockery of all of this, but I do have to tell you it is fucking difficult. So what I started with was a certain thickness of Kevlar cord, rope, whatever you want. It's like thread. The first one I got, because I wasn't sure. I don't even know like the sizes or anything, and I don't know the fucking holes in the sizes of the beads. And on the things where I bought the beads, they come in these strands, and all it says is how big the bead is. And I'm like, well, how the fuck big is the hole too? And you literally go into the fucking store, and there's 50 different kinds of cord and cordage and wire and all this shit of all different sizes. I'm like, how the fuck do you know? Does all this fit from one thing to the next? And it's not fucking listed. I even asked the motherfucker in the store, I'm like, yo, is there something on this packaging I'm not seeing here that says like the dimensions of all this shit. Nope, just this fucking 8mm and how long the fucking strand is. I don't give a fuck how long the strand. Who gives a fuck how long the strand is? You cut it off and pull the fucking beads off. I mean, I guess that must, I don't know, is that a form of how many beads you get? 13 inches of beads. Why don't you just say you get 20 fucking beads? I don't fucking know. I don't know. So I'm learning all this shit. So I made the first one, right? And I fucking struggled at one part for way longer than I should have, because I was trying to do something that I don't have the knowledge on how to do, and it's like knotting things, and I don't know how to do that, and I'm looking online and I don't understand, and it's showing me these knot things for fucking for kind of the same thing but not, if that makes sense, you know. But when you're trying to be specific, you kind of have to know how to end and start these specific things, and I'm sure a lot of people know how to do this shit. I fucking don't. So so once I got so that's what I'm saying. The magnetic clasps that I got, they're just not strong enough. It'll hold. You can wear it, but I think the beads in the whole shit, the whole rig, the cross, the fucking scribe, all the shit, I think it's just too heavy. So I ordered these other ones I got coming, and then I'm actually gonna order some more because I didn't know this, and I learned this. There's people outside yelling. I'm not in the mood for that shit. That magnets are fucking, they're certain strengths of magnet or some shit, or a magnet of a certain strength and size is like a fucking regulated thing. So I'm like, yeah, how do I get these joints, whatever the fuck they are? And he's like, oh yeah, there's a fucking federal regulation on these. These are for professional wholesale use only. And I'm like, all right. And he's like, so can you give me this information or that information? I'm like, I said, here's my website, dog. And he's like, and he got back to me. He's like, yeah, no, that's straight. Website's good. I set you up a wholesale account. You can buy all of this shit. But then he cited all this fucking law about the magnets and how fucking dangerous they are if people eat them or some shit. And I'm like, all right, whatever. I mean, I guess I understand it, but holy fuck, dude, if I didn't have a website to throw at them, I can't buy a fucking magnetic clasp for a fucking necklace. So anyway, the clasps that I bought weren't they were not buku enough. They weren't it. They ain't it, dog. So I got to I got more solid ones, or whatever you want to call it. And then I got some different ones, these like ones that lock. They're like locking, they're not magnetic. But I think, and now this is going to sound bad, but for these you want, I think I talked about this before. I don't remember if I talked about it before or not. But with the Kevlar rope strands or whatever, you got to have a weak point on it, so in case it gets fucking hung up on somebody's neck, it doesn't fucking decapitate them or sever their fucking neck 3/4 of the way through or whatever it is. So you have to have like a weak point where it's gonna break before it fucking strangles you to death, or whatever. So obviously the magnetic thing is a good choice for that. But then I kind of got these lower quality, but I think still will serve the purpose. But I want to say lower quality because I think they'll break. I think it'll break before it, hurts you. I don't think it's going to be so buku or it wouldn't snap. And I'm really thinking about this shit as being like a real fucking thing, because I would hate for someone to fucking slam a car door and the shit gets caught in their fucking car door and takes the person with them, or might not kill you or sever your head, like worst case scenario shit, but or you get caught somehow, you get fucking hung up and you can't get off, or whatever it is. If you're wearing your shit out and you're hopping a fence, I would like the thing to break before it fucking hangs you on the fence kind of thing. So I think these clasps are good enough to hold on, to hold the shit together, but cheesy enough that if you were to fucking yank it, it would break, because I don't believe the cordage is going to break. I don't think so. I haven't given it the massive yank test yet, because I just don't want to fucking have beads all over the fucking floor to simulate what I will eventually, once I fucking don't have 4.5 hours into fucking with this shit. But so I didn't fuck around, and so then I bought all these expensive beads, like accent beads and all this shit, and then I started looking at these other beads. Son, I was like, fuck it, yo. I was like, I'm about to make one for myself with all Swarovski crystals, because you can buy fucking 8mm Swarovski crystal beads. They're like fucking $8 a piece. I was like, yo, I'm about to have my shit gonna be looking like a diamond necklace. But then I was like, bitch, you're bitching about all this shit. You can't be buying fucking Swarovski fucking crystals and shit to fucking bead your fucking rosary scribe. But if you want to, you let me know and we'll work that shit out. Because just at the simple art store, the fucking dude, there is so many fucking beads, because obviously I never looked at this shit before. There is so much cool shit, and that's just at this one store. Like, there's got to be just the possibilities have got to be just fucking massive out there. So I'm going to try to come up with some cool shit. I'm going to make another one tonight. I got some. So instead of to feed my need for sparkly shit, I got the most crystally ones that I could find. That like got the serious sparkle. I'm going to do another one tonight and try that new clasp while I'm waiting for the new magnetic clasp to come in. So, I need some time. But regardless, that's why I put the listing on the site. I can't remember if I made it live yet, but I'm asking like 3 fucking weeks to get these out. I don't know. I don't know if that's too long or whatever. So the way I'm going to do it, and I don't know, this might not even mean shit to anybody, but I want to do it where you tell me the colors that you want, the type of cross or whatever. I'm gonna get a little I don't know if I'm gonna make a Google Doc or a PDF or something of some basic choices as far as like the crosses and shit go, because you can only go so small on the cross where I can't make the scribe work. And that's the whole point. Unless you want just a fucking regular rosary, we could do that too. But I can only go so small on the cross, so the cross has got to be kind of big. And the reason for that is because the insert where the scribe is going to go into, it has to be riveted above the threads. So anywhere above the threads where it's fully screwed in, I think I can get a rivet, and is because the tip is in the middle, in the center, and I don't think the rivet will go as far as the tip. So as long as I can clear the threads, then I can attach the fucking thing. There's some measurements and shit involved in this that are annoying to me. Because it's like, it's got to be right, or else the whole fucking thing is fucked up. And especially now, like I guess I could attach the scribe and shit and build the cross first. Because if I fucking build the whole necklace and then fuck the cross up, the whole thing's done, because it starts at the cross, all the fucking everything. So if I fuck the cross up, then the whole thing is no good. You can't just like swap the cross out. And I tried to make it so the bottom piece that holds onto the cross is fucking its own thing, and then the actual necklace part is its own thing. But I just couldn't pull it off because I'm not fucking smart enough. I'm not savvy enough. I don't know how to do that yet. So I'm hoping eventually that'll be the case. But I want to be able to make whatever kind of beaded shit you want. I want to make the shit fucking tough. I want to make it fucking. I want to make it a nice ass piece, and that's why I'm kind of asking, it'll be probably the most expensive thing I've ever offered. But the custom fucking, what's it called? Were expensive too. The picks. But this shit, the material. Now see, the pick material wasn't expensive. You know what I mean? Like a used old ass fucking ice pick. I could get them just for $1. But then I would have 25 hours into working on this shit or whatever the fuck it is. And you know how that went. You know what those look like. Those are tits. So this I'm going to have hours into, but not as many hours. But the materials themselves are more expensive. And you can get fucking extravagant. Like, we could get real pearls. I'll get fucking gold, whatever you want to do, however you want to go. But I think I'm going to start either at 100 or 150. I don't know. Because I'm going to try my best. I got those little locking clasps, the little cheap ones for now, but I'm getting these fucking nice, expensive magnetic clasps that can hold the weight of everything better than the ones that I have now. So I want to try to have the most decent materials that I can get, or whatever you want to have. You know, like I got some base shit or whatever. I can get this base shit, you know, to have to kind of get started or whatever. But if you want, I want to be able to just do whatever. And if you want to make a fucking $1,000 fucking rosary necklace scribe, like, we could do that. I can figure that shit out. I can fucking figure. You want to do it all diamonds? Fucking, we'll figure out where to get fucking diamonds with a fucking bead hole in the motherfucker. But that's the plan anyway. And I want to try to make them fucking as nice as quality as possible. So it's a show piece, a collector's piece, or, you know, it's a custom fucking piece made just for you. I'm actually really, I don't know if you could tell by the way I'm talking, but I'm actually really excited about this. And I know they won't be flying off the fucking, you know, the books will not be filling so much that I can't fucking get them done, because I really don't know how big the demand is. But whatever that is, if it's just one, you know, or if I do one a year or two a year, I would like to do one a month or one every 3 weeks or two. That would be nice, but I don't think they're really, I don't know, but I want to be able to offer you something cool and unique, and also that's epoxy resin fucking free, so I don't have to, you know, go to the hospital every time and offset it with a fat urgent care bill. So that being said, I'm going to look right now. I can't remember if I made it live or not. I don't think so. I think I just made the fucking listing because I'm still wrestling with the price. So let me know what you think. Is 150 too much? Is 100 better? Is 125 fucking better? Is it all ridiculous? You know, I don't know. But it's going to be, I'm going to chase down the materials. The materials are going to, or the, you know, all the beads or whatever you want to do. It's going to be custom. It's going to be quality. And I don't know. Am I worth that? So I've been really excited about that. I've been reading a lot and tracking down shit and looking at different materials and setting up fucking wholesale accounts and blah, blah, blah. It's a little bit more to that than I thought there was going to be, and learning about the sizes of fucking Kevlar cordage. So, I got the first one. That's where I kind of got off track. So the first one, I got the smallest size I could get because I really wasn't sure how small that was, but I also know that the fucking bead hole isn't that fucking large either. And that worked, and I was like, all right, word, this works. So the next day, I said, fuck it, let's go to the next size up and just see. Next size up is actually double the size. So I ordered the next size up, and I just ran it. It just came a little while ago, and I ran it through some shit, and I'm like, oh, all right, so this works too. It might be a little more difficult for when I gotta like loop the shit and stick it through the one way. I don't know, some shit, some loop, fucking whatever. But I think I can get it. I can get it to go. I'm thinking so, man. Shit. So we'll see. We'll see what I can. We'll see what I can come up with. But I think it should be straight. I think we'll be all right. So if you're interested, fucking let me know. Let me motherfucking know. Today I put some mulch in my front yard. I never did mulch before. I don't know if I did a good job. I think I fucked it up a little bit. I think I had to like dig a trench around or some shit. And I don't really know if I did a good job. This is all my first fucking rodeo with all this yard work shit, because yard work was extensive when I was growing up, but not in the sense of like mulch. It was extensive, like a big ass yard to mow in the middle of nowhere, and then coming from the hood where there was no fucking yard to mow really. There was a little patch of grass between the fucking between the street and the fucking sidewalk, and then the backyard was like no man's land because of all the dogs and shit. And we'd let the dogs out and let them back in, and the one dog that lived out there. So it was like the grass wasn't really. It was a little fucked up. And what else we got? Oh, so this has been the first full week that I haven't worked with Jimmy, man. Jimmy the Ghost. First full working week anyway. I guess the end of this weekend will be the first full week. And it's tough to get used to. And I said on the last episode, I'm pretty sure, that I've worked on and off with him for the last 20 fucking years. Or very close to. Very, very close to. I think we met in 05, if I remember correctly. But it might have been 06, so probably the last 18 years. So close to 20 fucking years. I've worked on and off with Jimmy. And this was like the longest stretch. This was 6 years. And then before he started full-time 6 years ago, fucking he was doing like weekends and sporadic days and shit during the week with me. And I would come pick him up on the weekends, and we'd go do jobs. It was like basically I had to work on the weekends and he was off on the weekends, so we would hang out. And kind of the only way we could fucking hang out and do shit was if he went to work with me. So he'd go to work with me, and that's how he kind of picked up. He learned how to do all this shit, and then he ended up doing it. But we kind of fucking slowed down a little bit, and it just there wasn't enough work. But there was like just enough to keep him with a paycheck, but not enough for him to live. So he had to find something different. And I hope this new shit is good for him. I called him today and shit, but it kind of made me I've been thinking about change, and just like this, just instantly this week, like all the change that's happened in my everyday life from Jimmy going to work somewhere else. Like, now I gotta fucking, just things are different. And I don't really, I've always had a problem with change. And an example of that is I got the Adobe Audition that I'm using is so fucking old. And I have the newer version, the newest version, and I just fucking refuse to use it. I just want to use the one that I'm using, that I've been using. And before I fucking got this one, I used the other one for 10 fucking years. And newer ones came out and all in between updates and all this shit, and I refuse to update it, and because I really don't like change. And I used FL Studio 9 until fucking FL Studio fucking 21 came out, or whatever the fuck, 22, whatever it's at now. I got the newest one, and I don't even use that shit. I got it for fucking Ronnie. So I really hate fucking change. I can't say I hate it. I'm uncomfortable with it, because a lot of times I welcome change, but I'm not that comfortable while it's happening and, while it's underway. So I've been trying to get used to the change, and I'm trying to more just in life in general to embrace change and to roll with it and kind of make it work for me, and try to I don't know, stack it into my favor, and not being a negative but being something that I can leverage on, to my side or in my favor. So I'm trying, man. I really am. I'm trying to get all this shit fucking figured out, and trying to figure out Devastator shit, and trying to figure out new blends, and I'm trying to mix new shit, and I'm not hitting the mark when it comes to this other project that I'm making. I'm trying to make this fucking shit, and it's just not working, and it's fucking driving me crazy. I don't know what to do. I gotta figure something out eventually. I'm gonna have to figure something out because it's not working. And I'm having trouble making this new product. I keep running into fucking dead ends and it's just fucking me all up. We'll figure something out. We gonna figure it out. Yeah. Oh shit. So excited about the Rosaries. A little hesitant to be excited about the change, but I'll be, things are gonna be changing, and I might have to start recording Limited Trust different days and shit for the Friday release, because fucking I might have to do some work on Fridays to take the load off the fucking weekend. But whatever. What are you gonna do? Trying to think of what else. That's all I got, man. Nothing really more about that dirty 818 dirty ass motherfucker. But hit the street supply or whatever in Canada. He could suck my dick still. Just wanted to make sure I said that too, because out of all the fucking people that I've had copying fucking issues with and all that, I think the hit the street guy is the most fucking annoying. He irritates me the most out of everybody. All the rest of them are annoying in their own way. But for some reason I just don't like that motherfucker at all. And he still be running his fucking mouth to people about me and shit. What the fuck ever. I mean, if you ever seen some of the shit this dude tries to put out, yo, this shit all looks used. Son, how you gonna make a metal tip, whatever it is? It's a hideous color. The fucking thing itself is just all used looking. There's just fucking paint all over it. And then you got the worst looking label that I've ever fucking seen on this shit. And it says dripper you went to thefont.com and typed in drippy font and fucking used the first one that came up. Come on, son. Anyway, and he's like, yo, got them shits on deck. Motherfucker. Looks like you got them shits out in your fucking driveway. What the fuck you talking about? This shit looks terrible. But he says all kinds of fuck shit. But he knows. I think he knows deep down I'll knock him the fuck out. So if he's got his paperwork in order, he could fucking slide through and we'll sort this shit out, because I can't come see him. But I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't be talking about the shit like this. Pep, you are listening to Exhibit A in my other fucking trial. Oh, man. I don't know. I don't fucking know. Do I know? What the fuck do I know? All right, well, I'm gonna fucking call it. I gotta get in. I got some work to do. I gotta try to build this new shit. Take some pictures and maybe, I don't know. I don't want to make the shit, the Rosaries live yet. I gotta get a little bit better. I really want to get them the diamond clasp. I want to get them too. I want to get those magnetic clasps, the good ones in. So I might make one tonight just to, for some practice and shit, and with the different clasp and then fucking, I don't know, but I mean, I guess if I put them live tonight and someone picked one up, I could source all the materials and just wait for the magnets to come in, because they should be a couple days. I actually think I just got a fucking tracking notification for them. So that's all. I think I'm gonna wrap it up, and that's all I got. And yeah, holler at me. Love you guys, man. I'm fucking out of here.